Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Slime, and it's time for this week's What to Buy and What to Avoid in GTA Online. Of course, this is a new weekly series that I am starting here on the channel. I do make consistent GTA content, by the way, so if that is something you are interested in, of course, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, join the Slime Squad, and let's get rolling, man. We got a good thing going here, good community building, and of course, we just want to keep building on top of it. So anyway, I want to do a weekly series. Of course, I do cover the weekly updates for GTA Online, but I also want to cover what to buy and what to avoid within these updates, similar to what Harm None does. I'm a big fan of Harm None, so of course, shout out to Harm None. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into this week's What to Buy and What to Avoid, the first episode of this series. So first up, we're going to go over how to make money this week in GTA Online, right? So unfortunately, there is no double money on auto shop contracts this week, but there is still double money within the auto shop. So hopefully you got one last week while they were 30% off, or if you currently own one, this is how you can make money with your auto shop this week. Of course, with the car lifts, these are kind of like passive income because they do spawn in, but unfortunately right now there's a bug where only one car is spawning in at a time. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully they get it fixed before the end of the week, but it's pretty decent. I mean, every 48 minutes, you're supposed to get 2 cars here. You drive them for like 2 minutes to the customer, and you normally make $20,000 to $30,000. Now you make $40,000 to $60,000, and of course, with 2 cars, you can make $120,000 at most every 48 minutes. So in theory, it's actually pretty good money. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's just not as good as the contracts, but $120,000 for very minimal work every hour is pretty good. I don't have the board up here. That's a glitch right now too, unfortunately, where the board is not appearing for many people, but that is also double money to export the vehicles that show up on that board. You just pick them up around the map. They show up as little blue dots, and normally they pay $20,000. This week they will be $40,000, and you get 10 a day. So I mean, you could make $400,000. It's a little time consuming, but $400,000 a day is not bad. It does take about 2 or 3 hours though to find all the vehicles on map. So that's up to you to decide if you think it's worth it, of course. And now moving into our podium vehicle of the week, I forget the name of this. I think it's like a Shelby, something with Shelby in it, or Shelly GT. It's like a Shelly GT. I think that's what it's called. Pretty good looking car. It's a little old school. It has a cool livery. Of course, I tried to go spin my spin at the wheel, and I didn't have it available, so that's a fail. But it is a pretty good looking car. It doesn't perform too well, but it's a nice collectible to have. So if you are interested, definitely go spin the wheel and try to get that done. Now let's head over to the LS Car Meet. These are your test track vehicles. This is the Ubermax Zion, the HSW version. It actually looks pretty sick with the red headlights and the gold. I kind of like that combination. It's not on sale, unfortunately, but you can test drive it before purchasing it. That way you can see if it's something you would like. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like to be honest. I don't know the name of the car on the left. The one in the middle is the Ocelot Lynx, and that is actually a very good sports car. And then, of course, we have the Issy Weenie, the Weenie. But these cars, I think, are on sale. I think these are 30% off, the Issy Weenie and the Ocelot Lynx. Comment down below if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they're 30% off. These do have some upgrades and liveries on them, so they're going to be a bit more expensive, unfortunately, and you can't get them through the phone because these are removed vehicles. The Ocelot Lynx, though, definitely I would suggest buying. I would definitely put that on the to-buy list for this week. And the Issy Weenie also I would put on the buy list. It's a pretty dope sports car. But anyway, let's move into the discounts of the week. Of course, we have the 50-car garage. I would put this on the to-buy list. What to buy this week. I would recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. You can customize each floor, the wall design, and also the lighting up top. It does have a pretty cool roof with a nice view if you want to, make videos or memes or whatever with your boys. It does have pretty good usage, and I definitely would say that it's worth the buy, especially at 30% off. We just knocked the hooker out because, like, what the fuck are you doing in front of my business? But anyway, the thing that bothers me is this sidewalk here. Your car will scrape sometimes on your way in, and I don't understand why Rockstar put a 50-car garage just to make your car scrape when going in. But anyway, overall, it's a good buy. I would definitely recommend it. Let's move on into the Salvage Yard this week. I would definitely recommend doing the Benefactor LM87 robbery. I think it's going to be the cargo ship robbery, which is one of the more challenging ones, but definitely not impossible. They're all pretty much easy and very self-explanatory. But the Benefactor LM87 is a very, very good vehicle. It is the highest value of all the 3 this week, but I would not recommend selling it. I've been saying this in my last few Salvage Yard videos. Do not sell any of the cars that you like, that you steal in any of the Salvage Yard robberies, because they are adding drip feed updates to the Salvage Yard, and one of the drip feeds is going to be the feature to be able to keep the car that you rob instead of selling it. And being able to keep the Benefactor LM87, which is over $2 million on Legendary Motorsports, definitely worth it to keep it. it rather than selling it, because to make only, what, $400,000, it's not worth it in my opinion. It's an awesome car, handles really well, very good top speed, and I would definitely recommend doing the robbery, but holding on to the vehicle. It's not worth selling it. You will be able to keep it for your own personal use for a price of like $100,000 once they do add the feature where we can keep the cars that we steal. So definitely something to keep in mind. Definitely don't sell it. Hold on to it. Clear up one of your 4 spots and keep it rolling. But anyway, let's keep it rolling here on the video. At Luxury Autos, we do have the new Grotti Turismo Homaggio. I do currently have one, so I'm not going to buy this one. I would have if the stock rims were black, but they left the stock rims like that alloy silver color, so unfortunately I'm not going to be purchasing this, and it's not on sale, so you're better off just getting it in your phone if you do want one, because this one's not on sale and it does cost more due to the livery that comes with it. But definitely a nice car. In my opinion, the best car in the game, best handling car, most fun car to drive. And then we have the Karen, I think it's like the Vivinite or something like that. I don't really know the name, to be honest, but it is HSW compatible. And it is not on sale either. So if you want it, you're better off just getting it in your phone. It'll be a little less expensive, but definitely not something I highly recommend. But I do highly recommend the Grotti Turismo Maggio. If you don't have one, I definitely recommend getting that vehicle. But anyway, let's head over to Simeon's. Simeon's, of course, all these vehicles, most of them I think are removed and also on sale. So if you're interested in any of these vehicles here, I definitely suggest picking them up. I personally picked up this one right here, the Overflod Amagran. I picked this one up right here. It was on sale. They're all 30% off. Definitely a nice, little thing that they did there, adding a lot of removed vehicles. This is the Bravado. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the second half of that name. It's a German name, and I'm just not good at pronouncing it, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself. This is the Coil Raiden, which is based on the Tesla, I believe. Yeah, it's based on the Tesla. Pretty dope vehicle. It's electric. Not really too well performance-wise. I think out of all these vehicles, I would highly recommend the Overflod Amagran, I think it's called. This one right here, it's a very good vehicle. It is 30% off and it is removed. One of the best performing electric sports cars in the game. Definitely would put this on the recommended buy list. I definitely would also put the Bravado vehicle that's in yellow in Simeon's right across to the left. I would definitely put that also in the buy list. The rest of them, you could just pass on it, man. The Pegassi Infernus is old as shit. Nobody cares about it no more. This one right here, I would definitely also put on the recommended buy list. So definitely, I recommend the Bravado and then also the Overflod that are currently in Simeon's. I would pass on the Pegassi Infernus. I would semi-pass on the Coil Raiden unless you just want to have a Tesla as a collectible. I would pass on it. And then also that old hunk of junk in the front of the shop. I don't even know what it's called. It's so irrelevant that it doesn't even matter. The Pegassi Infernus, we should all have one by now at this point. I don't think anybody needs to buy one. But also, while we're at Simeon's, let's talk about another way to make money this week in GTA Online. You can do Simeon's exports. He will pay triple money. So normally I think it's 10 or 20,000. I think it's 20. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be 10, but I think he gives you 20,000 to drive the car down to the docks. And then of course you will get 60,000 instead of 20. Also, there's a community challenge this week. If you export 2 vehicles for Simeon, you'll get 100,000. So at least do 2, because that is a very easy 100,000 plus the triple money. You will make a decent amount, at least like 150,000 for just exporting 2 cars. This right here is the location of your HSW time trial. I highly suggest doing these every single week. It's an easy $250,000 and only takes about 2 minutes of your time. Definitely worth it to get those done. Like I said, easy money. But anyway, that pretty much wraps us up here, fellas. Excuse me. This is the first installment of the what to buy and what to avoid here on the channel. I am going to be doing these every single Friday because Harm None does his on Thursdays. So I'd rather, I don't want to bite off his swag, man, and do it on Thursdays and crowd up the airwaves with the same type of video. But I do weekly updates every Wednesday. What to buy, what to avoid is going to be every Friday. And again, we make consistent GTA content here on the channel. So if that's something that interests you, smash that like, smash the subscribe button. And until the next one, peace out, boys.